Students, today we have to evaluate this integral log a plus b sin theta divided by a minus b sin theta multiplied by cosec theta between the limit 0 to pi by 2. Here it is also given that a is greater than b. So first we use here property of logarithms, that is we know that this log a plus b sin theta upon log a minus b sin theta can be written as log a plus b sin theta minus log of a minus b sin theta multiplied by cosec theta d theta. Since we know that this is the property log m upon n, this is equal to log m minus log s. So we using here the property log m by n, that is equal to log m minus log n. So we can write log a plus b sin theta divided by a minus b sin theta is equal to log a plus b sin theta minus log a minus b sin theta. Here we use the property log m by n, that is equal to log m minus log n is using here. Now we can see here a and b both are independent from this theta. So a and b are independent from theta, so these are the parameters. If we differentiate this integral with respect to b, we can see here this sin theta will be in multiplication and sin theta and cosec theta will be cancelled out. So first we differentiate this integral with respect to the parameter b. So differentiate with respect to the parameter b. So this can be written as di divided by db. This is equal to d by db of integral between the limit 0 to pi by 2 of log a plus b sin theta minus log a minus b sin theta multiplied by cosec theta. Now we know that when this d by db goes inside the integral sign, it converts partial differentiation. When this d by db goes inside the integral sign, it converts into del by del b. So this can be written as 0 to pi by 2 del by del b of log a plus b sin theta minus log a minus b sin theta and cosec theta d theta. We know the property, if the ordinary differentiation d by db goes inside the integral side, it converts into the partial differentiation. Now we have to differentiate this log a plus b sin theta minus log a minus b sin theta multiplied by cosec theta partially with respect to b. So now we differentiate this. We can see here when we differentiate partially with respect to b, so this cosec theta is constant here. So we differentiate this bracket only. When we differentiate this log a plus b sin theta, we get 1 upon a plus b sin theta. And when we differentiate a plus b sin theta, so this a is constant because we differentiate partially with respect to b, so a is constant, so differentiation of a is 0. When we differentiate b sin theta partially with respect to b, so this sin theta is constant and differentiation of b is 1 here. So we write here sin theta. Similarly, in the second term, when we differentiate log a minus b sin theta partially with respect to b, so we can write 1 upon a minus b sin theta. Now we differentiate a minus b sin theta. So a is constant with respect to b. So partial differentiation of a with respect to b is 0 here. When we differentiate minus b sin theta with respect to b, so minus sin theta is constant here, and we know that differentiation of b with respect to b, that is equal to 1, and here cosec theta. Now we can see, if we multiply this cosec theta inside the bracket in both the terms, so this sin theta multiplied by cosec theta, we get here 1. So we can write this integral 0 to pi by 2 1 upon a plus b sin theta. This minus multiplied by minus, we get plus, so 1 upon a minus b sin theta, and here if we take common this sin theta, this and 1 upon this cosec theta can be written as 1 upon sin theta. So this sin theta is cancelled out. Now we integrate this 1 upon a plus b sin theta plus 1 upon a minus b sin theta between the limit 0 to pi by 2. So this can be written as, now we taking here LCM. So a plus b sin theta multiplied by a minus b sin theta, we get a square minus b square sin square theta, and in the numerator we can write here a minus b sin theta plus a plus b sin theta. We taking LCM here, so we can see here this b sin theta and minus b sin theta, this is cancel out. Here we can see this minus b sin theta and plus b sin theta, this is cancel out. So we can write here di upon db, this is equal to here a plus a, this is 2a divided by a square minus b square sin square theta d theta. Here we can see that this 2a is constant with respect to theta, so it will be outside the integral sign, 2a and 0 to pi by 2 here, and this is 1 upon a square minus b square sin square theta. Now we integrate this integral 1 upon a square minus b square sin square theta. So for this we divide numerator and denominator by sin square theta. So we get here, this is cosec square theta divided by a square cosec square theta minus b square d theta. Here in the numerator we divide by sin square theta, so 1 upon sin square theta is equal to cosec square theta. In the denominator, when we divide a square by sin square theta, we get a square cosec square theta, minus when we divide b square sin square theta by sin square theta, we get b square. Now in the denominator we can write this, cosec square theta is equal to 1 plus cot square theta minus b square d theta. Now we multiply this a square by 1 and cot square theta, so this can be written as cosec square theta d theta divided by a square multiplied by 1 and this minus b square, so this can be written as a square minus b square, and here this a square multiplied by cot square theta, so we write a square cot square theta here. Now we can write this 2a 0 to pi by 2 cosec square theta d theta divided by, here a square minus b square can be written as under root a square minus b square whole square, and this a square cot square theta can be written as a cot theta whole square. Now we use here substitution, method of substitution, and integrate this. And now we use here method of substitution. So di upon db, this is equal to 2a here, and this is 0 to pi by 2 cosec square theta d theta divided by under root a square minus b square whole square plus a cot theta whole square. Now we put here a cot theta is equal to t because we know that differentiation of cot theta is equal to minus cosec square theta, and cosec square theta is present here, so we put t is equal to a cot theta. Now we differentiate this with respect to theta, so d theta upon d theta is equal to a, and we know that differentiation of cot theta with respect to theta is minus cosec square theta. So this can be written as dt upon a minus dt upon a is equal to cosec square theta d theta. In the above integral, in place of this cosec square theta d theta, we write here minus dt dt by a, and here this under root a square minus b square whole square plus, in case of a cot theta we put here t. Now we change the limit of integration. So when we take theta is equal to 0, that is the lower limit, so t is equal to a cot 0, and we know that cot 0 this is equal to infinity, so t becomes infinity. And when we take theta is equal to pi by 2, so t is equal to a cot pi by 2, and we know that cot pi by 2 this is equal to 0, so t is equal to 0 here. Now we can see this a by cancelled by this a, and here the limit is minus infinity to 0. Now this a is cancelled by this a. If we interchange this limit, this minus sign will be positive, because we know that if the lower limit and upper limit interchange with each other, so the integral will be negative. So when we change the limit, this integral will be positive because this is minus here, and 2 dt by under root a square minus b square whole square plus t square. Now we know that integration of 1 upon a square plus x square, this is equal to 1 upon a square plus x square, this is equal to, we can write here under root a square, we know that 1 upon a integration of 1 upon a square plus x square, this is equal to, here we can write a square 1 upon a square plus x square, this is equal to tan inverse x upon a, so this is t upon under root a square minus b square. Now we put here, this is the limit, so we know that integral of 1 upon a square plus x square, this is equal to 1 upon a tan inverse x by a, so here we write 2 upon under root a square minus b square. Now we put here the limit, that is the upper limit minus lower limit, so we can write 2 upon under root a square minus b square. Here we put here upper limit in place of t, so tan inverse infinity, that is pi by 2, minus, when we put here 0 in place of t, we get tan inverse 0, that is equal to 0 here. So we can see this 2 cancel by this 2. So we get here di upon dp, this is equal to pi upon under root a square minus b square. Now we get here di upon db is equal to pi upon under root a square minus b square. Now di can be written as pi upon under root a square minus b square db. Now integrate both sides. Now integrate both sides. So we get here di is equal to pi 1 upon under root a square minus b square dv. Integration of di is I here, and we know that 1 upon under root a square minus x square, that is sine inverse x upon a. So this is sine inverse b upon a. Now here we write c is the integration constant. Suppose that this is equation 2 and the equation 1 is the given integral. So now we find here value of the integration constant. So put here, we put b is equal to 0 in the given integral. We get I is equal to 0 because the given integral is log a plus b sin theta upon a minus b sin theta multiplied by cosec theta between the integral 0 to pi by 2. If we put here b is equal to 0, we get log a plus 0 divided by a minus 0, that is log a by a, that is log 1, and we know that log 1 is 0, so I is equal to 0 here. Now put b is equal to 0 in second equation, put b is equal to 0 in 2, we get I is equal to 0 plus c, because sine inverse 0 is 0 here, so we get here I is equal to c. And here we can see when b is equal to 0, I is equal to 0, this gives c is equal to 0. So we put here c is equal to 0 in above integral 2, so we get I is equal to pi sine inverse b upon a. So this is the value of the given integral. Here we find the value of the integration constant. For this we put b is equal to 0 in the given integral. In the given integral, log a plus b sin theta upon log a minus b sin theta cosec theta d theta. So we put in place of b, when we put b is equal to 0, so 0 multiplied by sin theta, this is 0. So the bracket log a plus b sin theta upon a minus b sin theta reduces into log a by a. A by a, that is equal to 1, so we know that log 1 is equal to 0. So if we put b is equal to 0 in the given integral, so value of I is equal to 0. Now we put b is equal to 0 in the above equations 2. So in the right hand side, when we put b is equal to 0, so sine inverse 0 by a, that is sine inverse 0, and we know that sine inverse 0 is equal to 0. 0 multiplied by pi, that is 0. So I is equal to c here, and we know that b is equal at b is equal to 0, I is equal to 0, at b is equal to I is equal to c, so we can write c is equal to 0. When b is equal to 0, c is equal to 0. Now we put c is equal to 0 in above integral, so we get I is equal to pi sine inverse b upon a. Thank you.